Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is 99 Orga here, and I am back with another Godzilla Batte Line gameplay. Now, I know, it's been a minute. I have not been feeling this game lately, guys. You know, the last couple of seasons were snooze fest. I mean, we're talking just boring seasons, overpowered units that made no sense. Why are two cartoon characters the best units in the game? That is still beyond me. I don't understand, but it is what it is. We're here now. We got the new Godzilla. We got the new Kong. So let's talk about them. Before I do that, I gotta thank you guys for 300 subscribers. I just recently hit it. I'm over 300 now. It's amazing because when I was being inconsistent, y'all were consistent, showing love still, looking back at my old videos and showing love. So it means a lot. And I'm gonna be continuing with this Godzilla Batte Line stuff. I'm going to be doing a couple new videos, couple different type of videos. Since I hit 300 subscribers, I definitely want to do a top 10 Godzilla movies. I also want to do a top 10 Godzilla designs. So there's more to the life than Orga. There's more to Godzilla than Orga for me. I love Godzilla as a whole, obviously. So I'm going to be doing that as well. But as far as this game goes, I'm enjoying it again. And I can't wait for Shimu and Scar King to come out. They're gonna be coming out in the next couple of weeks, and we gotta talk about Godzilla first. Let's talk about Godzilla. Let's get into this stuff. Godzilla is a 7-cost unit, so 7 costs is really expensive, but you're getting a lot of bang for your buck here. Obviously, we got Kiryukai that he has to go against, but I feel like Kiryukai is not a threat to this unit. If you know, you know. Now with Godzilla, you're getting a unit that has a lot of good stats already at 13 rented, right? So with that being said, what does he do? He comes in, spawns in, and he has a gauge above his head that immediately starts going up. It goes up and reaches max in about 12 seconds, right? That's when it reaches max. Now, when it hits the yellow, when it's in the first part, which I believe is yellow or green, when it's green, it's doing a single attack, which means it's not AoE, it's just doing that single attack. Then when it turns yellow, when it gets to a second attack, it's doing like a 15% damage boost, as well as hitting in a 90-degree angle, right? So you're getting AoE right off the bat. So there it is at green, so that's going to be a single attack. When it gets to yellow, it will turn into a 90-degree right there with the damage boost. Then what happens is, when it turns red right here, it's doing a 180-degree damage attack, 180-degree attack, and it's doing a 30% damage boost. Now, another thing that needs to be noted, right? If you defeat an enemy, see that right there? If you defeat an enemy, it'll go up by 20%. But every attack that isn't a defeat, when it's yellow or red, decreases it by 50%. So if you kill an enemy while it's yellow or red, you basically go down by 30%, which is not bad because it goes up quickly. Like I said, 12 seconds, it gets to the max, and you're going to be doing 180-degree damage, huge AoE. It literally melts units, as you saw in this gameplay. I literally got through this guy no problem with the help of Kong as well, which we'll talk about in a second. But Godzilla is just so broken. It's really insane. You could have a lot of utility with this guy. He's very fun to use. I feel like the new meta with this whole, like, get down the field and just do a lot of damage with Ariaki and the King Ghidorah and, you know, Godzilla 02 and Aquamoth to just get down the field and start doing damage. And you pair it up with some of the older units that do speed boost and stuff like that. It's just, like, insane. And it's just a great unit, in my opinion. Now, the counter, though, is the Chibi Duo. You stun lock this thing, it becomes kind of useless. That's really the only weakness I've seen from it. And yeah, but overall, you pair a good team with this thing. You put Rainbow Mothra, you put maybe some damage boosters like Space Godzilla, or you put G89 Leader or something like that. This thing's just going to be a freaking menace. You cannot stop it. It's an offensive beast. That's what it is. Now let's get into Kong. Kong is a 6-cost. So, you know, it's not bad. I think that's a pretty good cost for Kong. Kong was a 6-cost originally. I think they lowered Kong to 5-cost now, the original Kong from 2021. So, again, not bad. It spawns in with a 2-attack nullification. So, essentially, you're getting 2 hits for free. Nothing's going to affect you. You're going to be able to just be like Jet Jaguar 2021, right? Pair that with Rainbow Mothra. That quickly turns into 3 hits. That's what I like to do. That's why I'm running Rainbow Mothra here in the beginning. Its unique ability, though, is that it does a pounce, and the pounce is 130% damage boost, and it does a knockback. And I don't know if you saw, if you look back, the final Ward Godzilla was knocking back the Kong, and Kong was just pouncing every 7 seconds. Kind of like how Mogera does the every 7 seconds defense up. So that's pretty dope. I think Kong is awesome for that. I love the pouncing. I love the AoE with that. He also, when he does AoE on a ground unit, if there happens to be a flyer nearby, it'll actually hit the flyer as well, which I think is good, knock back the flyer. So that's always great. There's so many possibilities now with these units. Their kits are they're so like dense. They have so many different things that they can do. Like, for example, the Chibis here, they have such a crazy kit. A lot of these units now are having such crazy aspects to them that make them so useful, you know. So I'm loving that, and I feel like Kong is a great addition. That knockback is huge. I mean, he basically wiped out the Chibi, and you know, I love the pounce. Look how much damage that is right there. That's amazing. That is amazing. That is huge right there. And then we see here his Kong. Until my Mogera lands, he's not gonna be able to hit my Mogera. He's gonna take the hits though. He's gonna take the hits. Also, one thing to note: when Kong loses his axe, I think he gets a 20% damage boost. So there's that. But his punching ability it's OP. Like, it's a lot of damage. Definitely better than the original Kong that came out, in my opinion. I think that you can like run Orga instead for like a 5 cost if you want like a really good 5 cost, and then you can run this Kong. It's crazy. I've been having a lot of fun doing that. And I think Kong, I mean, as far as weakness goes, I guess not hitting the flyers, that kind of sucks. You know, like not being able to hit the flyers in the situations where you really need him to, like, I don't know, take out like a lot of units. You're not gonna get it from him. You know, you gotta hope that they have a ground unit that he pounces on or something. So that's the only really the weakness I can think of. And honestly, I don't see flyers as a big problem anymore, guys. I'll be honest with you. Like, I've been dealing with Orga for, you know, since January, and I've had much success with Orga. So I don't see Kong not hitting flyers as like a big, oh man, like it's a weakness. It's the only one I can think of because he doesn't get stun locked, and that's huge to me. You know, we're not getting stun locked by these Chibis is great. You can definitely get, you know, a good utility out of him now. With Godzilla getting stun locked, it kind of sucks. But as you can see here, Destroy Ariake is the most broken thing in the game, and to be able to have Rainbow Mothra block a hit is amazing. As you can see here, it did a lot of damage to that Godzilla -1. Godzilla -1 has a lot of HP. His HP pool is pretty big, and he can heal himself. So that was a lot of damage we knocked off. But I'm going to show you here. Look at that knockback right there. Even with the defense up on that King Ghidorah, it did a pretty good amount of damage. And he does a lot of damage here to that -1. Orga takes him out, though. And look at his Ginza not being able to do any damage to my Wakasa Bay Godzilla because of the fact that I got Rainbow Mothra on my team. I'm going to use the ability here because since I learned from the tournament, the Wakasa Bay leader ability is broken. As you saw here, my Kong knocked back my Godzilla there and my Mogera. And I got to take out this Chibi. Luckily enough, Chibi was not locking onto that Godzilla or else he would have been stun locked. I take care of that Destroyer, no problem. And this is where I feel like I can win. I feel like when I'm getting pressed, I can really just like stand on business and just build the push I want. Put a lot of defensive units. As you can see, that huge AoE on that leader ability is insane. But since he used it, I don't know what the cost of it is, but that King Ghidorah took too long to spawn in. And I just take him out real quick with Godzilla and the Dimension Tide. But that was pretty fun. I think these two units together on the same team is crazy. I recommend just running them both. You know, usually, if this was last season, for example, and this is when I switch it up, I put Biollante and I put Psychic Chorus in just to switch it up against a Kiryu leader. Good thing I was running the Psychic Chorus because you never know with the Absolute Zero Cannon. But before, I would run like a team with GMK instead of the Godzilla Evolved, obviously. And I think I would run something like, what would I usually run in front of that Kong slot? Usually I would run something like really broken, like Earth or Space Godzilla. You know, I would run maybe Destroy Ariake. But with Godzilla and Kong, you gotta run these two things together. They are so good. I feel like cost nowadays doesn't really matter. Even when you go to your stats about your deck, they don't give you an average cost anymore. It's just these battle memories, which are awesome. I think the battle memories are really good. So I gotta get into the whole video about that. I still don't understand the battle memories fully and stuff, but I just know that it gives your team, gives certain leaders, certain units boosts if you pair the right cards in the right slots or something like that. I really haven't gotten into it. I just upgraded the cards I felt like would help my deck the most, and it's been working. I feel like I can have the team that I want and really dominate and not have to really worry on the defensive end, because, you know, as you can see here, running the Chibi duo with Earth and Space Godzilla is just like so much damage, so much distraction. Got Giganto 4 coming down. It's just a lot of stuff to handle, and the fact that I win this game, even though he's using the Kiryu leader, just says a lot. I think Wakasa Bay is definitely the best leader in the game. Without him, I don't think I would have won some of these matches that I played. His leader ability is super clutch. Being able to recharge every 20 seconds, again, is imminent for a lot of victories. I'm just going to DT here, just get rid of the Earth. I mean, at this point, I'm not going to wait around for a 6 or 7 cost to come in. Just get rid of it. And I'm going to throw down the Godzilla. Now, I hope I get footage here, actually, of the Chibis and what they really do to Godzilla. They really do stun lock him, but my plan usually with this is get the Chibis to stun lock another unit. But as you can see there, that I took care of that, no problem. Maybe it's a low level, but I took care of that, no problem. And we really want to see, you know, what's his 1v1 like with Godzilla Earth. We're gonna see here it's about to die. I'm gonna DT them closer because we got the AoE, and this thing just wiped Earth out. Just wipe Earth out. Maybe I have to change my opinion on what I think is the best. That was wild, but I feel like I'm still right. I still think Kong is better because of the fact that I've seen a lot of times where my G24 got countered by Chibis. So I feel like that never happens with Kong. So I'm still going to go and stand that Godzilla 2024 is slightly worse than Kong. But it goes without saying much because this unit is crazy. This unit is wild. I bet you if you had it level 40 right now, like Spencilla does, you're just gonna be wiping the floor, and it's not gonna matter. Let's look at this up close. We're seeing him one-on-one to Earth. I'm gonna DT it because we still have the AoE. Biolante helps out right there, and we're gonna take this guy down. I think this is it right here. I'm gonna just. Oh, there goes that. There goes my. Okay, let's see what Kong is going to do here. Space Godzilla. Counter for Kong? Let's see. Space Godzilla taking down... Oh, one-on-one. We're going to DT closer. Gigan 04. He's in a Psychic Course, but not Psychic Course's leader. Oh, now his Secret leader's walking into the Psychic Course. How many times do you think he had the chance to use the leader ability? I mean, I feel like he definitely could have threw it down a couple of times, but... he hasn't yet for some reason. We take out their units here. I'm trying to make it interesting. I definitely could have ended the game with the leader ability, but it is what it is. I think I'm probably going to finish it off with Biolante. He spawned his Kong in the wrong spot. Yeah, we're going to take this thing out. Well, that's the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. It's good to be back. See y'all later. Peace.